Now, Central Florida congressman and a sheriff are joining forces to protect children in light of terrible incidents like this. They're pushing a bill that would allow certain businesses which cater to children to give employees and prospective hires lie detector tests to find out more about their past. Congressman Dennis Ross is teaming up with Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd on this. It follows a national report that counted more than 40 theme park workers who were arrested for sex crimes in Central Florida since 2006.
People who have a proclivity to be around children are going to work in churches, in schools, at theme parks.
Our power panel is in the house tonight. Travis Hollyfield, Whitney Boan, both attorneys, and political editor Craig Patrick. Travis, legally speaking, does this have legs?
Potentially, yes. The biggest problem that I see, however, is that there is no national or state standard to provide any sort of certification for individuals that would actually administer these polygraph or lie detector examinations. And without some sort of a standard, it's essentially anybody that wants to administer the examinations would have the ability to do so.
And Whitney, you're a criminal attorney here. You work in this side of things. It's not reliable in court for a reason. For that reason, do you think this is even worth pursuing for our Congress?
No, I don't think that this is worth pursuing at all. I actually believe that this infringes on people's right to privacy. As Mr. Hollyfield has said, this also has no indication that it's reliable, that there's any standards in place to ensure that people's privacy rights are protected, that there's a standard that's implemented to make sure that qualified individuals are even administering these polygraph tests.
You have a situation where the polygraph that can in fact be defeated. A psychopath can fool a polygraph test. Someone who is trained can fool it. So you could get a false sense of security where a criminal could slip through the cracks here, whereas someone who maybe is just nervous could trigger a false positive. And because of that, in the past, Congress has said no. And while there is political will to crack down on pedophiles, I think those arguments will ultimately prevail, especially in a Congress that has been gridlocked for years, and only a couple of dozen bills actually pass each year, and those bills that do pass are generally just ceremonial.
Yeah, it's a good point, Craig. Congress has to actually start doing something before even this would pass. But Travis, what are we then as parents to do? Just throw our hands up and say, well, we'll see what happens? Because that doesn't seem right either.
Well, I guess part of the question is, what can parents do versus employers to protect their children from sex predators and other individuals that would do our children harm. I'm not certain that permitting employers just to have the wide net of lie detector tests or polygraph examinations is necessarily the way to go here. As Whitney pointed out, the infringement on your privacy rights is so significant there may be a more narrowly tailored way to handle the problem than what's being proposed now.
Yeah, so Whitney, I'm going to end things by kind of leaving that open to you. If this isn't the solution, do you foresee anything else perhaps coming up that could help fix this problem?
I mean, first and foremost, I'm not sure that it's the problem that it's being presented as on the level that it's being presented as to kind of push this legislation through. I think that the way that gets dealt with is the way that it's already being dealt with, where the police are investigating individuals who are engaging in chat rooms or looking at child pornography and indicate that they're trying to interact with children in a way that they're looking to have sexual activity with them. So I don't think this legislation is the way to do it, but I'm not sure that anything really needs to be done more than what's already being done.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming in our power panel. Travis Hollyfield, Whitney Boan, and political editor Craig Patrick. Thank you all.
Thank you.